Okay, British Household Brigade Cavalry today, guys. We're going to do a quick build for you. Warlord Games from the mighty UK. Thumbs up! I want to show you a couple of models I've already built here before we start another build. You can see the great detailing on this Warlords Game Black Powder Household Brigade. Now we have here a limited edition fig. It came with the kit. Charge! Great dynamic pose. These are going to be fun to paint. Now we're going to begin clipping out our first model here on our sprue. And today we're going to focus on getting those mold lines cleaned up, guys. Now keep in mind, men and ladies, we are artistes, and this is a form of art, so we want to do our best at getting these figures prepped for a really, really good paint job. And that's going to begin with getting those mold lines cleaned off. Now, if you do miss some of the mold lines, you're going to have an opportunity when you do your top coat. And in this case, on Cavalry, I like to use black. Now, you'll see the mold line right there along the edge of his leg. And I'm going to show you to go perpendicular with your X-Acto blade. See? And scrape, scrape, scrape. It's just a little fine mold line. And you can see how it's removing some of the residue. Now, we're going to do this. Notice I have not assembled this model yet. I'm going to scrape all the mold lines. I'm going to inspect everything. I'm going to cut off any of the residue from the sprue. And I'm also going to go right along those mold lines. Cleaning things up. Cleaning things up. Now's the time to take the opportunity to do it right. And take your time, there's no rush. Now we got all the mold lines clean. Now we're going to do a glue. I can't recommend this Tamiya glue high enough, guys. It's really, really good stuff. You see I go up underneath here, and it's got some gap filling properties, guys. It also has an additive where it will literally seep right into the glue points. You got my rider. I'm going to start off with his arm. Now it'll take some adjusting, but you'll see that this glue really does set pretty fast. But not too fast. It just holds just good enough so once I get this rider onto the mount, I can make some final adjustments to that arm. Now I don't like to keep the rider and the mount separate and paint them separate. I like to paint them together, so one of the techniques that I use will be to base coat this in black instead of white. Oops, I dropped the head. Ta-da! The reason I want to go with black is there's going to be a lot of little nooks and crannies around the saddle, around the legs of the rider, and that way I won't have to go so deep on my colors, and I can still get a nice result. Now I'm going to take my existing cap, I'm going to take off my poster tack, and I'm going to re-soften the poster tack. Now once I do this, guys, if it's still a little hard and it doesn't feel tacky anymore, because I've used these probably 8 or 9, 10 times, I will just simply put more poster tack. I'll get some fresh, clean poster tack. Poster tack is going to last you anywhere from 10 to 15 revolutions of model painting, as it were. And we'll firmly attach him to the cap. And you can see it's still holding really well. Now if it's not holding well, just go ahead and cut off some more. Happy Office tack. Cheap, you can get it on Amazon. Now we're going to go ahead and get some glue on the saddle, and we're almost done with this fig. You can see how fast you can crank these guys out. Now see, the sword is still a little too low, so I'm going to go back in, and you can see I'm making a final adjustment because the glue hasn't completely set up. Charge! Perfect pose. Now I'm going to go back in, and with that wicking property, it will seep right into those nooks and crannies. Hey, thanks for coming along for the ride today, guys. This is a great kit. I highly recommend it.